from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
Breaking news this afternoon comes with a sigh of relief for those in the Lemoore, North Dakota area. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Lisa Badeau. A wanted man that caused a lockdown at the Lemoore school yesterday has been arrested. Cody Garuluk had been on the run since yesterday afternoon and was arrested this morning in Lemoore. The search for him extended into Dickey County yesterday and was called off late last night. He was wanted for being a felon in possession of firearms, breaking into a vehicle, burglary, and possession of drug paraphernalia with intent to distribute. A deadly reminder for everybody planning to be on the road this harvest season. Slow down and pay extra attention. 2 people are dead and 1 other hurt after a sugar beet truck and a pickup collided late last night. It happened around 11 at Highway 9 and 180th Avenue North in Felton, Minnesota. Police say the pickup was headed south when it crossed the center line and hit the beet truck head-on. Both people in that pickup were killed. The sugar beet truck driver, 55-year-old Patrick Morin of Waubun, was taken to Essentia in Fargo. The cause of the crash is not yet known. Police are withholding the victims' identities until relatives can be notified. There was another beet truck accident early this morning, this time on Highway 39 between Borup and Purley. This one happened at about 3:30 this morning. 1 beet truck rolled over and the driver was pinned underneath. He was taken to the hospital in Ada and then life-flighted to Fargo. Memorial services will be held this evening for a Kindred bus driver who died from injuries suffered in a crash with a semi, with 4 semis actually. A visitation and prayer service for Kathy Josted will be held tonight at the Kindred High School. The visitation goes from 5 to 7 p.m. The prayer service starts at 7. Josted's funeral will be held at 1 p.m. tomorrow at the Norman Lutheran Church. Josted died at a Fargo hospital on Friday. Josted was driving a bus of students on Highway 46 near I-29 Friday, September 25th, when a semi pulled out through heavy fog. The bus T-boned the semi on the driver's side. Josted was pinned in the driver's seat and had to be cut out by rescue crews. 3 other semis were also involved in this crash. None of the truck drivers involved were hurt. The issue of gay marriage is prompting a Fargo pastor to resign. Messiah Lutheran pastor Steve Burnson announced he won't be performing same-sex marriages. He says after that announcement, he hasn't felt support from church members. Messiah Lutheran is part of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, which does not condone same-sex marriage, but leaves it up to congregations to decide if they want to participate in same-sex marriages. Eastern North Dakota Synod Bishop Terry Brandt said in a statement that he is deeply saddened by the situation at Messiah Lutheran. A heads up for drivers, starting today, 20th Avenue South from 6th Street to 8th Street in Moorhead will be closed for paving work. In addition to that, 7th Street South from 18th Avenue to 22nd Avenue will also be closed. The closures are expected to last 2 to 3 days, depending on the weather. Well, we started off with a few sprinkles, but now the sunshine is taking over this afternoon. Let's check in with meteorologist Robert Hahn. Not a bad afternoon out there.
Not a bad afternoon after a rather chilly start across the region. We had temperatures dropping down into the 30s, even some low 30s across parts of the Northern Valley this morning. 33 degrees in Grand Forks, right at the freezing point, 32 in Candu. We started off at 43 degrees here in Fargo with lots of sunshine, and a slow warm up out there, up to 57 now here in Fargo, still in the upper 40s. Baudette, 48 degrees, also 48 in the Devil's Lake, 53 Grand Forks. And in Jamestown, some low 60s down in Sisseton. Still a few clouds left over, a few up in the Devil's Lake Basin and also over in northern Minnesota. Most of these clouds will get on out of here. We'll see plenty of sunshine as we head through the rest of the day. With what few clouds we do have, no precipitation out there, none anticipated today. However, as we take a look at the first 2 days of that 7-day forecast, tomorrow, a pretty decent shot for some showers and some thunderstorms moving in as we head through the latter portions of the day, and that will linger on into Thursday. But how's the weekend looking? We'll let you know coming up in just a little bit.
Looking forward to that. Thank you, Robert. Another person has died in the historic flooding that has put South Carolina's capital city underwater. That brings the total of weather-related deaths in South Carolina to 11. 2 other deaths in North Carolina are also being blamed on the storm. The historic flooding has left many people without safe water to drink as well. Utilities in the region say only a little more than 1,000 customers are still without electricity. California Governor Jerry Brown signed the state's Right to Die bill, known as ABX 215. The legislation now gives people the right to decide on their end-of-life options. You may remember Brittany Maynard. She brought national attention to the issue last year. She was living in California when she was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer. She moved to Oregon so that she could legally take medication to end her life, all before her 30th birthday. Some opposed to the new California legislation say it may force people on low incomes to use cheaper, lethal options. Hundreds of people lit candles in a somber vigil at the University of Oregon, Eugene, for the victims of last week's campus shooting in Roseburg. 9 people were killed at Umpqua Community College when a student went on a shooting spree on Thursday. One of the teachers killed there went to the University of Oregon. The school's president told his students and staff that the victims were their peers and colleagues. Moorhead Public Service is inviting people to come out and check out its new solar farm as the utility celebrates Public Power Week. There will be a ribbon cutting and open house at their first community solar project tonight. The event is from 5:30 to 6:30 at the site of their wind and solar farm at 2200 28th Street North in Moorhead. If you really want to go green, MPS says for $480, people can use these solar panels to power their homes. Coming up on your news at noon, the world's biggest fast food chain finally rolls out all-day breakfast. But next here at noon, we'll get a forecast to help plan your Tuesday afternoon with meteorologist Robert Hahn.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live.